Well, sleep apnea is a very common and treatable sleep disorder that can be life-threatening. Unfortunately, screening and treatment is especially difficult for those without access to health insurance.
But now a free clinic is paving the way to a solution that just might one day be a model for others. We're bringing in Dr. Frank McGeorge to kind of explain how this is really changing lives.
Oh, it definitely is, Karen and Iman. So, lack of sleep and poor sleep, they are the result of many health problems, but they also cause them, which creates a vicious cycle that even the American Heart Association recognizes in terms of the importance of sleep when they updated their Simple 7 health guidelines to the Essential 8, adding sleep as the 8th element to maintaining heart health. But actually, it goes beyond your heart.
It may not seem like much happens when we sleep, but our bodies actually go through important cardiovascular, hormonal, temperature, breathing, and brain activity changes.
Sleep is just as essential to our health as food and water, and we cannot survive without sleep.
Dr. Martha Kershaw, medical director of the Hope Clinic in Ypsilanti, which provides free medical care to the uninsured, says it's an even bigger problem in her patients.
Some of the many problems that are associated with sleep disorders are more prevalent in lower socioeconomic: blood pressure, obesity, diabetes.
On top of that, people in underserved communities face social challenges that contribute to sleep problems. Challenges like crowded housing, neighborhoods where noise and light interrupt nighttime sleep, anxiety from crime and job or financial insecurity, and work at multiple jobs or shift work that disrupt sleep patterns.
My name is Galit Levy-Dunyets.
According to Dr. Galit Levy-Dunyets, an epidemiologist in the Department of Neurology at University of Michigan Health, that leads to common sleep disorders.
The two most common sleep disorders are obstructive sleep apnea and insomnia. In obstructive sleep apnea, we think that 20% of the population have it, but it is a very underdiagnosed condition, and so 90% of the people who have sleep apnea don't even know that they have it.
And another issue?
So sleep medicine relies on technology, and we need technology to diagnose sleep apnea. We need technology to treat sleep apnea.
Unfortunately, the technology of a sleep lab is expensive and out of reach in underserved communities. So Dr. Dunyets found a different solution. It's called the WatchPat-1, a home sleep apnea test that uses a sensor on the finger, a sensor on the wrist, and one that sticks to the chest. It connects wirelessly to a cell phone that collects sleep information for one night.
The device would store the information on the app. The physician can access information from there and go over the test results and write a report, and then the patient will get a diagnosis. When they get a diagnosis, they come back here and they see a respiratory therapist that would help them fit a treatment for them, CPAP machine.
Through grants and donations, the WatchPat and the CPAP machines are completely paid for. The sleep specialists and respiratory therapists donate their time.
Tell me about the response. Like, what are patients saying to you?
Excited to have this service, and we've been hearing that not only that their mood is improved, their chronic diseases that they have alongside sleep apnea is improved, they function better, they're able to engage socially and improve their quality of life.
Why is this something that no one has addressed before?
Shortage of sleep physicians, access to technology, and awareness of the importance of sleep disorders.
And that's really it. Big picture, awareness is really important. Now, regardless of whether you have insurance or not, awareness is the key. And important signs of possible sleep apnea, that includes combinations of loud snoring, daytime drowsiness, being overweight, high blood pressure, and a large neck size. Now, if you're wondering what sleep apnea sounds like, we've actually gathered some videos that you can watch right now at clickondetroit.com, and you can find them on the health page. You should take a listen and see if your sleep partner's snoring may be something that needs to get checked out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, because sometimes you just think that's, quote, normal, but if you can do the comparison. Okay, so that device with the finger, is that available outside that clinic, or?
It is, actually. So if you think that you might have sleep apnea or you're concerned about it, this is actually something that could be prescribed by your doctor for you. Now, it might be covered by insurance depending on the plan, or if you have a flexible savings account, it might be covered there, but it's about $180 if you want to buy it out of pocket.
Good to know. Thanks, Doc. Get some sleep.
I don't want to sleep through this weather after the days we've had.